everybody, Shelly and Mason with Just Adrift, and today we are exploring Istanbul. We're going on our first Airbnb experience, so we're super excited to see how this is going to go. We booked a trip with an archaeologist here in Istanbul, so he's going to guide us through the city, and hopefully we're going to learn a whole bunch. So we're about to head on in to the Archaeology Museum to meet him at the cafe.
Meet our guide and friend, Heval. He's an archaeology professor and the perfect person to guide us through Istanbul's Old Town. Starting at the Archaeology Museum, we loved walking through time to understand the evolution of man, how they discover and interpret artifacts, and understanding the evolution of day-to-day life. Moving from Neanderthals to nomads to finding the right conditions to settle and build civilizations, studying archaeology in such a historically rich area has to be fascinating. Next up, we visited a museum devoted strictly to the tradition of Hamam, the Turkish bath. This museum does not allow photography, but it was fascinating to see the technology used to create these public bathhouses. Different chambers for both men and women had both cool and heated spaces. The architecture provides gorgeous dome ceilings with round perforated skylights which throw beautiful lit patterns down the walls. You can really begin to understand this beloved tradition through the artifacts collected here. From pumice stones to delicate wooden mother-of-pearl inlaid platform shoes worn by the ladies of the time. One thing I loved about Heval was his love for animals. He actually carries around cat food to feed stray kittens. How sweet is that?
Get up there. Little babies.
I'm a cat lover.
From there we moved toward the Suleymaniye Mosque. And what a sight to behold. We first sat outside for tea to discuss the architecture and what we were about to see. The mosque was commissioned by Suleiman the Magnificent and designed by the imperial architect Mimar Sinan. They began construction in 1550 and completed in 1557. Only 7 years to create this masterpiece. That's amazing. It was said the architect designed this mosque to be less ornate, to focus more on worship. The proportions and details are stunning, and this was one of our favorite mosques that we've visited to date. It was also one of the few we saw that was not currently under renovation. Here we also enjoyed learning about one of the most famous characters in history, Hürrem Sultan, a strong woman who made the unlikely journey from being a slave to being a queen. Breaking with Ottoman tradition, Suleiman married Hürrem, making her his legal wife. She was the first imperial consort to receive the title of Hasiki Sultan. Hürrem remained in Sultan's court for the rest of her life and had 6 children with him, including the future Sultan Selim II. What an incredible tale. As the sun began to set, we explored the backside of the Grand Bazaar, seeing where vendors have been coming and renting spaces for centuries. The Grand Bazaar was created to bring all industries together, although today it's more touristy than anything else. We got to see an unexpected surprise with a hidden tea room with killer views. After kicking back for a bit, we ended our tour at the Spice Bazaar. Heval was kind enough to buy us his favorite treats to enjoy as we wrapped the night up.
It's delicious.
This is my favorite.
Your favorite?
I expected it to be a little bit sweeter,
I
but
thought
it's
it was.
not. It's nice.
Thank you so much again for sharing your time and knowledge. We walked away with a deep appreciation for the rich culture of Istanbul, and what a great introduction to the city.